Hello, and welcome back to Spiritual Maintenance. I am your spiritual advocate, Mystic Mary. In today's video, I will be kind of building on to my previous video regarding speaking into existence the future creation of the new heaven, the new earth, when they unite, and our role in it. And this came to me the other night when I was reading a scripture, actually Mark chapter 3 to be exact, because I got to, what is that, verse 23, where it's talking about Satan casting out Satan and how absurd that is. And so a whole flood of information came in for me, and so I've sat with that, um, meditated on it, and made sure that what I share with you is accurate. Uh, Please do use your discernment. As I often speak, we are all walking different paths of truth, which will eventually all merge together in this new earth. So use your discernment on how to move forward in your specific way, because I am not the same type of spiritual advocate as the next one. I use my spiritual abilities, as does many on YouTube, and none is right and none is wrong. What is right and wrong is the message being sent, but I also reiterated that in another video on how to tell if what is being spoken is truth or not. But in the way that it's being presented, there is no right or wrong there, because we all have our unique gifts and abilities, and the more we use them, the more we get it, and the more we suppress them, those will be taken away, which is also where this verse is taking us, because it goes on into Mark, where it's talking about the ability, and I want to talk about what specifically is being spoken in here. So it's talking about Satan um, doesn't have its minions speak against what the whole, like, they work together as a whole, because they understand that moving forward in that way is creating um, future realities. And so, kind of like news, movies, things like that, they all have a certain theme to them, because it's what's being projected out to the collective as a whole. What you are consuming um, influences your thoughts, which then influences your words as well as your emotions. Because when you have those words with emotion behind it, that is what creates your future. So if they're projecting fear, like that, you've got a movie, that comes out and it's showing you a perspective of a villain or something, and then that then leads you to not want to go shopping or go out and have fun because these people exist out there. Well, now you are creating a future of fear for yourself and collectively as a whole, because the more that project those thoughts um, and speak it into existence, the faster that reality is going to come. Um, so the way that this was shown to me is on Mark 4, starting at number 3. Those are the words of Jesus, talking about sowing seeds. The seeds are our words. Okay? When someone says something to us, it affects us. There was like the whole experiment with Dr. Emoto, where he put words and spoke to rice, and the ones that were being spoken to negatively rotted. The ones that were being spoken to positively grew and flourished. Okay? I just realized I keep saying okay. I don't know why, but okay. Um, so, the way forward is sharing good news. And a lot of people think that, oh, sharing good news, that's, that Jesus died for us, that this, that, no, no. I mean, yes, that is really good news, but speaking good news onto each other, you're speaking it into existence. You're speaking that joy. You're speaking that contentment. You're speaking success, love, gratitude. You're speaking it out. And the more you speak it, the more you join collectively. The whole communion of saints isn't so much about what's being eaten, it's what's being consumed through your mind. When you're together collectively having a dinner, a feast with loved ones, and you're speaking good news, you can feel the energy in the room amplifying. And then before you know it, everything in your life, you just start noticing all of these positive things because you've brought that in. And then you notice that those you've spoken to also have more good news that is being brought in, because collectively you are bringing in that future. It's why you have these different like sects of people, sects as in SECT, like a sect. I know that kind of came out sounding different, but it's because collectively their reality is different than another type of reality. So if you find yourself in lack, in frustration, in poverty, and those kind of things, um, notice what your environment looks like. Remove yourself slowly, because you don't ever want to just shut off from a community, because that will cause you more turmoil than not. But remove yourself slowly and then find the types of people that you would like your life to look like, and then associate yourself more with them. Because when they say the four to five people that you hang out with the most is who you end up becoming personality wise. So choose whom you spend your time with wisely. And then when you go back into that collective that you were in, you know what it feels like to hold that space of frequency and good news and success, and you have the upper hand in those environments. So then your existence in those, when you go back to them, you raise their collective existence, thus healing the earth as a whole. Which then again, as soon as everybody's minds start shifting to this good news, the success and whatnot, um, then collectively the new heaven can come in faster, because it's our fears and doubts, criticisms, those kind of things that are causing it to be slower. Which leads me to another conversation I had with somebody who um, was speaking to me about how people shove Bibles down people's throats, and how if it was, um, you know, a good thing, why are they forcing it? And I had to explain to them it's not really being forced. And this is my perspective. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But those who know and know what kind of future is coming, they want it to happen faster. So they will literally spend their life savings um, sharing this information of like, hey, be still, be at peace, speak love, because then it's going to spread out everywhere, and then we can get to this end faster. And everybody has this mindset of like, oh, the end of the world is coming. It is, but it's coming very slowly, because the fear of the end of the world is like counteracting it. So recognize that your moment of peace and wanting this new earth to come in is what's going to bring it in faster. It's not something to be feared. It's going to be something absolutely beautiful. And just know, next time you see one of those Bibles in the drawer in a hotel room or something, just know that someone put it in there with love, because they want you to know. And I also recognizing like there's different um, cultures, different religious beliefs and whatnot of you all listening to me out there. And kind of same concept. Usually when you read what has been shared in these different cultures, those manuscripts, those scriptures, those ancient texts, it's all in there too. So learn to be at peace in your mind, body, and soul, and we can bring in this new earth. Again, speaking the good news. So the more you go out and share your existence with others, talk others up, let them talk you up. So if somebody says, "Oh, you look great today," you say, "Whoa, well, thank you." Um, Stay away from the whole like, "Oh no, well, I just got this from wherever." Like, no, accept that. Take that within there, feel it, and then that will amplify out. Um, I hope this message made sense. I just kind of like poof, came it out there. Um, yeah, I'm getting that feeling like that's the end of this message. So, I will have another one coming out here shortly as well because I'm kind of have like a surge of like get more out, kind of like how I had a whole bunch of those shorts that came out that one day. But it's more like messages that are kind of flowing to me. So just be on the lookout for those. Um, and I hope this helps somebody. So go and speak happiness and truth and all the things and have fun doing it. Okay.